Part 1, personal reading code, melody17. All right, if this reading does not fit, please do not make it resonate. How my personal readings go, if it fits for one on the Tree of Life, it'll fit for more than one. That's how we do these collective readings. That's why we do the reading codes. I don't know why I picked up this deck other than it's the Path of Enlightenment, and Walking Your Path showed up, card 22. 22 is an ascended master number times 2, so 2 11s. Could be significant for you. Before I started this reading, a card flew tucked away, and it was the world card. So this could mean that the world is at your fingertips, on your paws. Animals may be relevant to you. Tucked away for the future. But the other thing that came to my mind when I was ready to channel this reading, and I think the song is by Alanis Morissette. I'm not sure if it's Alanis Morissette. It's, you say I only hear what I want to. You say talk slow all the time. I don't remember all the words to that song, but that is immediately what popped into my head at the beginning of this channel. Also the star card, clarity. There's a lot of clarity here, and that's also card 17. 17 may be a significant number for you. You may have balanced a lot in your existence throughout your life, while not always receiving the clarity that you needed during that time period. But you do show that you've walked your path pretty significantly, and you're continuing to do so. Leaves may be significant for you. So let's get to your past so you know that this resonates for you. This is your part 1, and then we'll get to your future. So Spirit, please tell me the reading. Tell me a little bit about Melody 17 before we get to the future reading. You say, talk slow all the time. Man, I wish I knew who sang that song. That song may be relevant to you, or the lyrics. All right, so you show up with a King of Wands reversed here, a Four of Pentacles reversed, and then you have the Five of Wands, and then the Ace of Swords. So what it's already telling me is that you've had some distorted energies in your past, like we all do. This could be a male or a female in the physical that was a very unbalanced energy, caused you a lot of chaos in that time frame. This is sometime in the past, but you took direct forward action for you, for building a healthier life, a better future without this individual here. And whether you knew it or not at the time, it was definitely something that was spiritually guided to you. You knew that there was something missing, and that this distortion was not something you wanted to sit in within your energy at all times. 1027 on the timer, because the balance, like, it could not sustain itself. And you wanted to build something long-lasting, so you took forward movement for yourself, and it did turn the wheel in your favor. However, it was a really tough road. You showed up as the Queen of Pentacles reversed here, and the Four of Swords reversed. So though you didn't spend time kind of stabilizing yourself, you accidentally kind of destabilized yourself during this time period, possibly healing through this and working through it and transmuting it. Instead of going within, you may have kind of branched out a little bit more, trying to figure out solutions. But this caused a huge transformation with you. An event took place during that time period that definitely caused huge transformations, but it was very stressful. And it's something with the neck, stress right here, all the way down, left side of your body. Maybe even caused you migraines later. Could have been like something like a car accident. Please don't make that fit. If it doesn't resonate, it could be the situation, but something that definitely caused you a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, and big transformations during this time period. Yeah, with the Eight of Wands here, it left you stagnant, left you stuck, and it left you feeling very unsupported, like you didn't have a community. But that did change. You came out as the Nine of Pentacles energy with Page of Cups. This made you very strong. This, though it was something that was very triggering and very stressful for you, you definitely felt it inside of your body, like a physical ailment because of the stress of the situation. You came out as the Nine of Pentacles with a Page of Cups mentality, so better, faster, stronger, more on top of your game, even sitting potentially in this Empress energy, and emotionally it grounded you a lot. It helps you ride the waves for what was to come in the future, because you had a distorted King of Pentacles, a Four of Wands present itself, and then an Emperor flew on top. And then what it's showing is almost like multiple parties here, like multiple options, multiple choices. You may have been in a relationship or a marriage, something long-term with long-term commitment, and you kind of had a choice to make between these two parties, these two energies, these two situations, because one was like sort of able to bring you some sort of stability and maybe even a home situation where it was like you could grow together. And this was a decision that you had to make at the time. And it was a very difficult decision for you to make. You went back and forth a lot because, again, you were looking at this Ten of Pentacles. You were looking to not only walk this healing spiritual path, whether you deemed it as spiritual at the time or not, but you were looking for a strong foundation. You were looking for someone to build a strong foundation with you, right? So this like distorted King of Pentacles, what you wanted was this Emperor. And so there were choices to make. Yeah, and so two knights present themselves again right after this situation, during the situation, and it's like a Knight of Wands upright, but then a Knight of Cups distorted, reversed. And it's almost like battling between two different paths in your life, and there was no good outcome for either one, right? The Ten of Cups reversed, the Ten of Swords reversed. It's like pain, heartache, emotionally wrecking either way, either option that was chosen here. And then the Knight of Swords reversed. It's like it was like a no-win catch-22 situation between these parties. This situation, this dynamic. It was absolute chaos. There were a lot of secrets. There were a lot of betrayals. There was a lot of things hidden in the dark that came to light. And it was like you couldn't breathe if you tried to at that point. And it was so slow moving because it was like it felt like it lasted so long. This heartache, this ridiculous situation. You may have even described it as ridiculous. So out comes the King of Cups following that after a long, hard road. And this person, a leader who could kind of balance the waves, maybe even balance you out, made you find a reason to stay, to not go, to not even maybe feel stagnant, like you didn't have to run from, I almost said the word imbeciles, which I don't use that word often. Maybe that's relevant for you. Someone who could not kiss may also be relevant for you. One of them didn't know how to kiss, I think, maybe. Or they kissed weird. Like all over the mouth. I don't know. Listen, I just channel what I channel. You were still kind of not a distorted Empress at this moment, but you were kind of like riding this wave of like, ew, is this going to really be the situation? Because you had just had a grueling situation with these people that could not emotionally regulate themselves if they freaking were paid to at that point. If you're not laughing, you're crying. Yeah, so it wasn't a celebratory time. It was a lot of purging, crying, shedding, releasing, thinking about all of the parts that you played in it, all the parts that these people played in it, the situations that you were put in because of this whole situation. The overthinking that you did with this decision, trying to help these people, thinking that they could help you along your journey. Like it was like two broken people. Again, this song always comes up in these type of situations, but it popped into the channel, so I'm going to say it. Take a broken man right in my hands and put back all his part. It was like two broken people that were anchored to each other, 10:33 on the timer. And it's like, this person may have made you, these people may have made you laugh and kind of giddy and like blush, and they may have been charming and flirtatious, but they weren't emotionally fulfilling for you. And it's like something inside of you told you that these people were not going to be there for the long haul. Like you just could not build with these people. Queen of Swords, yeah, like it just is almost like it like steered you away from thinking that relationships were going to be a good idea for a while, like because you had such a hard road. So the Six of Wands presents itself, and it's like you may have even gone through a period where you're like, no, tower after tower. Life had thrown so many wrenches your way. The movie Dodgeball just came to mind. Maybe you find that movie funny, or the one of them liked it. And though you were protected during this time, it was like you needed some release from this heartbreak. And we're going to go to a part 2.